Hello everyone, this is the Prussian Prince with another Attila tournament match cast, and this is the final of Worth Birthday Flash tournament match between Asseror of VM and Balor of Agartha. And this is a best of 3. In the first game we have Asseror playing as the Visigoths and Balor in command of the Saxons. Should definitely be exciting. Because again, these two factions are not like power factions or anything like that. So, something a bit out of the ordinary, I guess. No Burgundians, Jutes, Huns, or whatever. Anyway, let's go over the builds. So for the Saxons, we have Chieftain G with a brace. Looks like in total, I believe, 2 Nordic Horse Lords. Looks like 1 on each flank, bronze 1. A heroic cav on each flank, it seems. 1 is bronze 1. And also this horse lord is just vanilla. Then we have 2 more heroic cav in the center. 1 is bronze 1. Up front we see some skirmishes. Looks like a bunch of Nordic hurlers. 4 Nordic hurlers supported by a Nordic bow and 2 Nordic javelin men. Then in terms of axes, well, we have 2 axes on each flank, just Nordic axe warriors, and let's see, 2 swords in the center, 2 hearth guards. So that is the Saxon build. Now, let's go over the Visigoth one. So for Visigoths, we have Germanic nobles general with a brace. Then we have in total, I believe it is 6 noble Germanic horsemen. No, it is actually 5 noble Germanic horsemen and a Germanic lancer bronze 2. Then we have on the right flank, seems like 2 Gothic warband with a Thracian oathsworn. On the left flank, 2 Gothic warband with a Thracian oathsworn. Then in the center we see a couple of noble Germanic swordsmen, looks like 3 of those, and some Germanic archers. Or Germanic bows, let's see. Yeah, 3 Germanic bows actually, not archers. And a single Germanic hurler unit. So, yeah. That is the build of the Visigoths. Personally, I kind of like the Saxon one more. We'll see though. We don't have 6 axes, so maybe I don't like it that much. I like my 6 axes, generally. Down here we see the noble Germanic horsemen pushing up for the Visigoths right now, and these hurlers going to do... They're not going to kill these noble Germanic horsemen unless they shoot them in the rear like this. But what they're going to be able to do is they can actually do a lot of damage to all these units. Even the Thracian oathsworn over here can take a lot of damage from these slingers. But yeah, what these units can do is they can slow down the enemy cavalry because they are slingers, and they can be annoying and make the Visigoths waste all their ammo. They can also take cav charges from like these noble Germanic horsemen, act as charge bait, and then move in with either infantry or cavalry. The Saxons, that is. So very annoying, these hurler units. They have a lot of utility. Now these hurlers are going to disengage. Oh, this is a mistake by the hurlers here. Not quite sure what is happening here. This noble Germanic... this Nordic hurler is going to get engaged and lose a lot of men to the noble Germanic swordsman, but noble Germanic swordsman losing a lot of men as well, as now it's getting shot in the rear. It makes the shield ineffective in this scenario. But these units for the Saxons may be a bit out of position, and now they're going to get tired, whereas these units are fresh, so Saxons got to be careful. And now it looks like the Visigoths might push in with all these cav units. Here come the Saxons just repositioning their axes and their cavalry units over here. Here though, the hurler, I don't know what is happening in this game, but as you can see, the Nordic javelin destroying the single noble Germanic swordsman. This game is pretty weird so far, and all these swords are so out of position, like the single cav charge could destroy these noble Germanic swordsmen. But we're just gonna have a hearth guard going for them, so yeah. Hearthguard going to charge the noble Germanic swordsman. Perhaps we're gonna see... we should see a cav charge go in and destroy that unit. I don't know what it's doing. Now, as you can see here, these Nordic javelin men could kill off these noble Germanic swordsmen. Even these axe warriors just throwing their axes into the fray here, but doing a lot of friendly fire. That's not good. This is a weird move again, a mistake here by the Saxons. The noble Germanic horsemen get into the Hearth Guards. But now that we're going to have a cav charge from this heroic cavalry, still very, very awkward game. These axes, though, are just going to destroy the noble Germanic swordsmen here. More cavalry coming in for the Visigoths, but just such weird engagements by both players here. This engagement, though, clearly going to go in favor of the Saxons. Has to be careful, though, because his cav support has to be sent in quickly before these units get charges in. This Hearth Guard not doing too well. This is a nice cav charge by the heroic cav, though, into the Thracian Oathsworns. Very, very nicely done here by the Saxons. It's just going to drop that unit down very, very quickly. That charge, just massive charge. Lots of kills on that unit. Now this Germanic horseman is slowed down. It can barely do anything. It's just going to take a lot of damage. I mean, I don't know why this javelin is not going for the noble Germanic horseman. It definitely could be killing them, but it's not. Here we're going to have an engagement that should actually go the way of the Visigoths, because ooh, that's some friendly fire. Not great. But yeah, once the Gothic warband here come in here, the heroic cavalry is not going to have a good time. Noble Germanic horsemen, though, that can go around, and this unit pulled back for the Saxons, and this one is going to just get sacrificed over here. This noble Germanic horseman dying without doing too much, and now this is a nice cav charge, though, by the noble Germanic horseman, going to destroy these javelin men. Should pull out very quickly, though, because now we see a heroic cav coming in with javelin men as well. Though he doesn't want to do friendly fire, though. Oh, this Germanic Lancer charge could destroy this heroic cav, actually. But this is going bad for the Saxons. This is going great for the Saxons. This flank, ooh, this noble Germanic swordsman definitely out of position. Now it's just going to get killed by Nordic Axe Warriors. Here we have Hearthguard pushing through. Looks like the Thracian Oathsworn got charged by a heroic cavalry and is now getting absolutely demolished. As you would expect. Because, I mean, it's just... This Thracian Oathsworn doesn't really have insane armor or health. It's still weak in terms of... I mean, it can still get charged and take a lot of damage. Now the cavalry is pulling out, and I don't know if I really agree with this, because he's just going to lose a lot of men pulling out here. Well, his unit survives, but still. And this unit, ooh, looks like there's going to be more engagements happening here. The Horse Lords should win against this noble Germanic horseman, potentially. The Axe Warriors get in here, though, and they're just going to turn this around for the Saxons. This flank, that is. Left flank going very well as well. I don't know what the Hearth Guards are doing here. They're not in shield wall even, and they're just going to die to the Germanic nobles and some more sword units coming in. I mean, this game so far is fairly strange, but these Axe Warriors just going to do so well. And even the Hurlers coming in to destroy these Thracian Oathsworn, but no damage on the charge. So this is quite weird. This Gothic warband off the field. And this Hearthguard, I mean, it just died to Germanic Hurlers, but these units wasted all their ammo. And now this is great targeting by these bows onto the axes, just destroying the axes right now. Over here you see the heroic cavalry demolishing the noble Germanic horsemen. These horse lords won against the noble Germanic horsemen. Very nice axe charge here into the rear of these Gothic warband. It's just going to make sure that they're going to be off the field. These Gothic warband still on the field, but they're about to get shot to pieces by bows. More Nordic javelin men coming around, and this Thracian Oathsworn 8 men left is just going to die to the Chieftain G. Chieftain G using steady, not in shield wall, but doesn't matter, just against like 8 Thracian Oathsworns. It's not a big deal. Now it looks like this hurler is just going to stop this whole blob of units for a Visigoth. So this is not good for the Visigoths, but the hurler is going to die soon. And these javelin men coming in to go into melee, I guess. More axes also on the field. Should see the cavalry coming in closer and closer to these bows, but this particular cav unit has to be careful because it can potentially get routed in a single shot. More Nordic javelin men coming in, but sending them in one at a time, I don't know if that's going to go great. Thracian Oathsworn trying to go in. It looks like this Germanic noble is now using brace, and I don't know what this Germanic noble is doing. Because it's just going to get charged and it's going to die. This is not great. Not a good move here, disengagement. I mean, the Germanic noble, yeah, it's kind of like going to hold here, but it's not going to hold very well, honestly, against all these, against these axes and against the Chieftain G. It has no chance at all. I mean, even if in a 1v1 it would lose to any of these two units, but in a 2v1 scenario, let's see how quickly it's gonna die. I mean, it doesn't even need to die, it's actually just routes off the field. Just that's how quickly it died. Looks like all these bows are actually wavering and routing off the field, interestingly enough. The Axe Warriors get in here into the Thracian Oathsworns. Looks like they're gonna be routed off the field thanks to the Thracian Oathsworns, but ooh, the Germanic Nobles, they're routing off the field. Just the last couple of units going to go down now for the Visigoths. These Nordic Javelin charge again, and these units got a lot of kills, and as you can see, they have really nice melee stats actually, compared to these Germanic bows at least. So they're definitely going to do far better in melee. And these Germanic bows route off the field. We see a single Germanic bow unit left for the Visigoths, and as soon as it routes, it's just going to be game. Decent amount of units left for the Saxons, but very interesting first game, but kind of sloppy, I think. This game looked very, very weird to me, but these Javelins just destroyed the Visigoths. Very, very well done with those Javelins. Yeah, game 1 going to Balor, so he is going to be on match point next game. See you in game number 2. This is game 2 of the match. Asseror is controlling the Vandals, and we have Balor as the leader of the elements in this game. This is an interesting matchup, but I kind of like Vandals, maybe? Yeah, I actually kind of like Vandals in this matchup, though the elements can... I mean, they can do okay-ish, I guess. I mean, they're not terrible by any means. They still have those Bejeweled Nobles that you have to be really careful about, and yeah, we'll see. Anyway, I'm gonna go over the build of the elements. First, we have a Bronze 1 Nondamar's Entourage unit with Brace, obviously. Then we see 2 Noble Germanic Horsemen on the left, 2 Noble Germanic Horsemen on the right. This one has Bronze 1. Let's see, the General also is Bronze 1, but I didn't mention that, I believe. Then we have 2 of these Bejeweled Nobles, Bronze 1 on the left, 2 Bejeweled Nobles, Bronze 1 on the right. And in the center we have, okay, make that 3 Bejeweled Nobles on the right, Bronze 1. And then in the center, looks like we kind of have like 2 Protectorus Defectors. And let's see the huge skirmish line that we have here for the elements. It's, wow, so many skirmishers. So in the center we have 3 Germanic Archers, and on the flanks, on each flank actually, it looks like 2 Germanic Hurlers. So I really, really like that deployment by the elements. Now let's look at the deployment of the Vandals. So the Vandals, they have a Germanic Nobles General with Brace. Then we have up front 2 of these Germanic Pikes. Total of, I believe it is 4, no, it's actually 2 Noble Lani Cav, and 2 Noble Germanic Horsemen, I believe. Yes, that is the case, and we actually have 2 Royal Suebi Cavalry on the field. One is even Bronze 1. Huh, very interesting. Now in terms of the skirmish contingent, well, it looks very weird. I'm just gonna fast forward it a little bit because he had his whole army in one blob. So we see 2 Germanic bows and 2 Germanic hurlers, so nothing compared to what the elements have at all. Now as for the main melee line, well, we have a bunch of Vandal Berserkers, 6 of those in total. So yeah, oh, the Vandal Berserkers taking a lot of damage though right now. Just look at the Vandal Berserkers dropping, and now the crossbow is, yeah, there's also a Germanic crossbowman on the field. That's a pretty good unit of the Vandals, but it's fairly expensive. These pikes are doing a weird thing. But is he using heavy shot or standard? I wonder on this Germanic crossbowman. But it is dying fairly quickly actually, so just to be careful with that unit. And this pike here is it's actually doing fairly well in this melee, but it is dying to, I believe, I'm not quite sure what. We're gonna have a Protectorus Defectors just charging the rear of this pike though, so this is not gonna be a cost-effective engagement for the Vandals. Now though, we have these archers targeting more of the crossbowmen firing into the archers, doing a lot of damage, but they can't reload as fast, and the crossbowmen losing a lot of men here. Oh, very nice charge here by the Noble Germanic Horseman into this Vandal Berserker. It's just going to die very, very quickly now, I think. But does it? It's not looking that... I mean, the Vandal Berserker lost a lot of men, but not as much, it seems. So yeah, it looks like the Projectoris Defectors coming into the fray here. And these units are fighting against Vandal Berserkers, but the Projectoris Defectors are not in attacking Testudo. This unit gonna get charged, the Bejeweled Noble, but Alani Cav here is gonna get bogged down and it's unsupported. Looks like no charge bonus applied either, so must have been a movement order. Here the Berserkers losing in combat to the Projectoris Defectors. These units doing very well for themselves here, actually. We're gonna have a cav charge by this Royal Suevi Cavalry, but it is slowed down because of Slingers. And Slingers are so important in that role. Still, it's gonna do a lot of damage as it's rear charging, but still, like, means that this unit's now gonna get bogged down. The Royal Suevi Cavalry. Cavalry unit though is dying off for the elements, and the elements holding here very well against the Vandal Berserkers. Also targeting this Germanic crossbow, very nice. The only 11 kills, and it's about to die. This Vandal Berserker is getting slowed down because of the Slingers. That is a very good move by the elements. And we could see the Scav Charges destroying the Vandal Berserkers here. But there's, I mean, the elements doing a very good job on this flank, I feel. But this is going to be a problem. This Bejeweled Noble is holding on very well against these two units, but should not be able to win. And this archer is somehow in the melee against Germanic pikes. I don't know what's... This is so weird. We're gonna have a nice Scav charge here, and the pikes actually turned around, so... If they were not turned around, the Noble Germanic Horsemen would have done a lot of damage. A nice rear charge into these Vandal Berserkers, actually. Gonna do a lot of damage to them. But okay, I expected more, but I guess it's because the unit... Part of the unit was farther away. The charge did not do so much. So running away is actually not the worst option when you're getting charged sometimes, but it depends. Vandal Berserker is gonna come in, and now these Noble Germanic Horsemen walking out of the fight and not running in. Projectoris Defectors here clearly gonna have no issue killing off these Germanic pikes though. The general though of the elements is engaged here against all these cavalry units, so he's gonna have a rough time. He might end up dying. This cav charge here, again, it's slowed down by his own Slingers, I believe, which is not good for him at all. But now this unit cannot really pull out as easily. This is a strange game, and now the general though of the elements should go down. We do see these Bejeweled Nobles coming into the fight though, and once they do, I mean, I think they're gonna do very, very well in this engagement. Looks like they already... Braces activated. These units, I don't know what they're actually doing because they're not going into the fight at all. That is quite strange. They should be fighting against these units. And very nice Scav charge here by the Noble Germanic Horsemen. These Vandal Berserkers gonna go off the field. Nice brace here. Still affecting so many units, and the element general is still alive. That's very, very good for the elements. And looks like a lot of the Vandal units are gonna start chain routing soon. The Germanic Noble is still alive though. Ooh, this Germanic Holder actually getting a nice charge off into the archer, stopping it from firing. But these Vandal Berserkers are going to end up dying. The general though is soon gonna be dead for the elements, but being very lucky with the general, he's down to 16 men and not routing off the field. Very nice Scav charge by the Nobilani here into the rear of the Bejeweled Nobles, but it's a few Nobilani Cav against a lot of Bejeweled Nobles, so not gonna do very well. General's still alive for the elements with 15 men left, so a little bit of luck there for the elements, but at this point the elements have a huge advantage against the Vandals. So even if the general dies, which he's not even at 15 men, he's just holding, I don't think it's really gonna make the difference here. Nice Scav charge here, should rout this unit, and indeed it does. Looks like the Germanic Noble General is routing off the field for the Vandals, and some units are coming back for the Vandals, but I mean they're just going to chain route sooner or later. This unit is trying to go around and go for a cav charge by the looks of things, the Royal Suevi Cavalry, but the Royal Suevi Cavalry is not so great, honestly. And looks like it got charged, and it's going to die to this Noble Germanic Horseman. Indeed. And now it's just getting shot to pieces by the Slingers. This should, however, be game, and this Projectors Defectors chasing off Germanic bikes, but no longer necessary. It's just about this Berserker unit that's just getting shot at right now, even activating the rapid advance on it to charge into these Projectors Defectors. Funny. Just a couple of those Berserkers, but they're just gonna end up dying very, very soon now, as this is the end of the game. These Berserkers don't know that they have actually lost the game. But they have lost the game, and yeah, I mean, they don't want to die or something. They're truly berserk. Ooh, and that cap charge just finishing the deal here. In general, still alive at 15 men. This must be salt in the wound for Asseror. Let's look at stats. Yeah, Bejeweled Noble's just so tanky. 5 of them even. Yeah, he had like 2 on the left, 3 on the right. These units just amazing. It's just extremely tanky. And the Protectorist Defectors with 244 kills. Wow. And the other one also getting a lot of kills too. And nicely done with the Skirmishers too, and in general the Cav did fine too. As for the Vandals, the Berserkers didn't do a great job. The skirmish contingent, especially the crossbow, just got focused and killed. The Vandal Cav did not do great. Real Swibby, kind of a waste. They did get some kills, but still not effective at all. But yeah, that is game, so hope you all enjoyed. If you want to see more, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. Share the video, and I'll see you next time.